Hi everyone, Marion Emberson here. So I had a little play with these the other day. I think I've done something on a video with this one, and I don't think I was great at it. I used to do spritzing and I used to love it, but I struggled with these a bit. Don't know whether it's because they're distress ones. I've got no idea. So I thought I'd challenge myself again and see if I can do better the next time. So I've got a few bits out, and I've got me spritzy box. Let me just move them out the way. I'm gonna be using some Nina. I got hold of some Nina bright white cardstock, and I've got some watercolour cardstock as well. So I'm gonna try both of those because you can get very, very wet. Oh, sorry, I'm jogging. Oh, whoa, there we go. Jogging the camera there, sorry. So I've gone ahead and already cut myself some panels just to have a play with and see what happens. So let me just get that out of the way. Right, these have got mica in them, so they need a really good shake. That noise, that's a ball bearing in there, and what that's doing is helping mix it all up. Some people say don't shake them because then the mica goes up the tube and it can get stuck. What you can do is just swirl, but I know I should swirl, but I am in a habit of shaking. I can't help it. So if it gets blocked, that's my own fault. But I started thinking about sort of other ways of using them as well. So first things first, what did I get out? Oh, see, look, I've got to have a play with a 3D embossing folder. But right, okay, let's just go with this one. I haven't used this yet. I bought this ages ago. So it's called Dashed from scrapbook.com. It's a really nice size stencil, great for journaling books. So let me just snip that off, grab that. And then, so normal spritzing, you'd put, let's put that there. What have I picked up there? Right, I'm going to try with the watercolour card first of all. And then let's just place that on. Now I feel like if I was to put a little bit, where's my tape? I don't know whether it'll do this. If I put a little bit of mint tape on there and just hold that in place. Oh, you know what I should have done? Duh. Right, lift that up, Marion. Put that like that. Just stick that to the back there. And then that to there. And let's just see if that holds it in place. It probably won't. But I'm feeling, if I'm holding, let me see if I've got the box up this way. So if I'm sort of holding the box facing me, yeah, it's a bit hard to do on camera, whereas if I'm doing it on camera I'm like spraying down like that, but I feel that I might have more control if I spray it like that. So I'm going to try and do it at this angle so you'll still see it. So let me go, and I feel spritz, what's this one, Shiny Bauble. I think these were Christmas ones, but who knows. Right, let's just go a light spritz. And I think it's probably, I think I went too heavy as usual. I always go heavy-handed. And then this one is the cocktail party. So we've got our baubles. We're now having a party. Go back that way. Do a little bit at the top there. See, I'm heavier on that one. And then this one is Merry Mint. So we've had our baubles, we've had our party, and now we've got merry. So yeah, it must be Christmas. Okay, do a little bit there. I might have covered all the blue up, but I can still go in and add a little bit more of the blue because I like this one. So we can lift this off. Whoops. Oh, see, I like that. That's much better than I did last time, guys. Trust me. Much better. Oh, I've got a little splodge. Got a little tiny splodge. Which, considering how heavy-handed I am and that ain't too bad. Now, because it's distress, oh, I should have gone up and got some of my older ones. I might pause the video in a minute and nip up to my studio and get some older sprays, because can you see it looks a bit, well, distressed, I suppose. And I'm wondering if it's like that because it is a distress spray. If you know the answer to that, let me know, because I'm not an expert on these, not at all. Let me see if I can get, no, that's gone on there now. Right, I'm just going to nip up and see if I can get some of my other ones. Okay, I found some of my old ones. Right, let me just put them there. And what I didn't do, and I'm very naughty, whoops, was clean my stencil. So I could put another, it's all falling down now. I could put another piece of card. What have I got here? Oh, this is just a spare bit of watercolour card. I wonder if it's still, I'll tell you what, if I just add a bit of water to that, just to make sure it's still wet enough. This is just the bigger piece. And then I can pick up the ink that was on there. Yeah, it's a nice mess, isn't it? Do you know what? If you're into mixed media, you'd probably pick that up and go, oh, that's beautiful. I like perfection. I'm like, that's a bit messy. But I might be able to do something with it. We'll see. We'll see at the end. So let me just put that aside and just give this a clean. If you're going to clean it with a baby wipe, always do it while it's flat, on a flat surface. And do the other side, because you will get bits going through. Right, okay, so that's pretty clean. So I'm just going to put that there just a moment. And then I'm going to, let's get my glasses on, I can't see anything. I'm going to do, so let's pick up, what did I use? I used watercolour, didn't I? So let's pick up my watercolour card again. And I'm gonna, what did I do? I done it that side, didn't I? Let me just put another bit of mint. Oh, I got my other mint tape that I took off there. So let me just stick that down to there. And then we're back where we started. This time, what have I got? I've got Altenew, it's a metallic shimmer, sea glass. Now these, look at all the mica in the bottom. These need a really good shake. I've also got, while I'm doing that, I've got an eye zinc. This is Menthe, which is like menthol, I suppose, menthe green. It's not green because that would be Verdi, because they're French Aladdin who do the eye zinc range. You don't have to use these ones. You can use any that you've got. Absolutely anything. And then this one, these used to be my absolute favourites, the Heidi Swap Colour Shines. This one is Primrose, this one is Raspberry. And seeing as I've got the doodah going in there, let's start getting that. So I'm going to do the same sort of thing. And I just want to see, it could be just the way I'm spraying it. Let's have a, oh, I might need to get that going. It's been a while. Oh dear, look at that. Yeah, that ain't good, is it? I think my nozzle might be clogged. I should have tested that on something first. Oh dear. Right, so note to self and to you guys, when you're getting something out, just do a little test first. That's really cloggy. Anyway, we'll see what it's like. Just looks like a blood. Oh, it's gone on my table. Oh dear, that's not good. The husband will think I've had raspberries. Okay, let's see what this one's like. Right, let's just try it first. Okay, that's better. Right. And then you don't have to do and then let's try this one. This might be a bit, oh, no, that's all right. Cool. They're funny colours. Right, I think I went a bit heavy on the old Menthe. Right, let's just lift this. I'm not bothered about saving it. No, do you know what? Look, Hang on. My hands are all messy. Look, it's... Okay, well, maybe I don't remember, but maybe I used to think... Well, this is actually drying a bit nicer now. A bit sort of flatter as such. And if I do this, I don't know if you're picking it up on camera, you can actually see the mica coming through. Whereas, you can't... Well, this isn't dry anyway. Look at the state of that. That one I don't think I can salvage, so I am going to just throw that away. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm not going to use this one again. Sorry, Heidi. Loved these back in the day, but it's my fault. They've just sat there for too long. But it didn't dry up or anything, so that's cool. So this one I will turn into something. Not sure what yet. This one, it's you know what? It ain't that bad. Now it's drying a bit to get the reverse. Let me stick them up there. They can sit there. And now... Right, that one I've done so that we can just make our own stencil. Because I had someone saying the other day, how can she do things if she hasn't got any stencils? And I'm like, well, you can die cut your own ones. Or we could use tape and put that down, like repositionable tape, and make lines, etc. So let's just put that aside. One of the other things I thought of was getting a piece. This time I'm going to use the... Oh, what's this? This is the Nina. And I'll go back with these three. I don't know why I keep putting the lids back on. I don't need to do that. Okay, let's just give them a spritz, a light spritz all over. And then I go too much with one colour, so then I have to go back in and put a bit more on. And I think I'll just, look, here I go. I'm going to mess it up. I know I am. Right, so now I want that to dry. So I just wanted to get a bit of colour on there. And just try something. Because they're distress, I'm just going to see how they're going to react with water, if they're going to react with water. So I need this to dry, so I'm just going to give it a little zap. Right, now this is going to be, let me get rid of that. This is going to be a pure experiment. It was just something I was thinking. There's probably thousands of people already done this. I just thought to myself, I wonder, now, do I want the water? I think I'm going to do water on the front bit, so where the debossed bit is. So I'm going to get myself some kitchen roll. Just grab a bit of kitchen roll. I'm just going to spray this off to the side. So this is just water, and I'm just going to spray it on here. But I wanted it to go inside. Now, I'm going to try. This is where it might just all sort of go wrong. I'm just trying to dry it off a bit. Probably missed a bit there. Well, do you know what? I can always cut it out. If it goes wrong, I can cut it out, can't I? So I'm going to lay that there. Put this down. And then I'm just going to run this through my machine. Okay, so I went a bit heavy-handed with the water. Because, look, you can see it all squidging out. But... oh, okay. Let me just clean this up and I can have a closer look at this. Oh, that's really wet. That's really wet. But actually, I really like that. Now, I wonder what... do you know what? I'm just going to try it again. This time, no water. And see if it makes any difference whatsoever. But it looks like... I don't know. It just looks really nice. Let's try it. Let me try it. You don't know unless you try, do you? So I need to get all the water off. Make sure there's none on there. And then just do another quick spritz. Okay, that's still a little bit damp, but while that's just drying, I'm just going to do another one because I'm going to do the other side with the water. Okay, let me get rid of this again. Right, now this has got no water on it this time. I'm just gonna do it like normal and just see if that looks any different to with the water. Right, let's have a look. At least it's not messy this time. Okay. Right, well this is still very wet, but look. It does make a massive difference. It could be that I spritzed it differently, but where it goes in, it's pushed that water in there, which has taken more of the colour off. It looks, and it actually makes this stand out more. I sound like I've got a blocked nose. My glasses are falling down my nose. I think that one's my favourite with the water. Still needs to dry. So with this one, I'm going to try it on this side now. So I done this side last time, the front side. Now I'm going to try water on this side and see what happens. So I'm just going to spritz it. I might not go as heavy this time. 1, 2, 3. Right. I'm not even going to bother trying to get it all off around the edges. And I'm going to pop that on there. And then see what it's like through the other side. I don't know if it's just going to come out the same. I've just thought that. We'll find out. Okay, right. Let's get these. So that was water, that was dry. And this is water, but on the back side. Oh. Yeah, well, do you know what? I'm saying, oh, if I'd just done this, I'd be thinking, that looks gorgeous, because it does. But compared to that, I don't know, I just like that. But I suppose it's down to choices, isn't it? You can do both sides, but I just wanted to try it in a 3D embossing folder. You know I'm fixated on these things, I absolutely love them. So, yeah, so I need this to dry. So let me just move these things over and get that to go a bit flat. Right, so that's with an embossing folder. That was Frilly Peonies. Now, I was also wondering, because I've been using these Nouveau shimmer powders, and I use them with my Wow pad, ink something down like ink stamp up, and then I put the powders on, brush it off, and they come out all shimmery and beautiful. I've had a few people tell me to add water to them. I'm like, oh, can you? I thought that was like the Brush-Os, but no, you can add water to these. So I buy these things. I don't even look at them properly. And when I'm looking at it now, like Atlantis Burst, look, I can see bits of yellow, green, blue in there. Cherry Bomb, I can see different colours. In the Lilac Waterfall, do you know what I mean? So I don't look at these things. But anyway, so I started then wondering, I don't know if this is too dark, if I use this and this together, am I going to see, or even that, is it going to make the colours of this come out in with this? Do you know what I mean? Right, let me just have a go. So I'm going to use watercolour card again. I do like this Nina card. I love my Wow card, but I wouldn't use that for this because it's too much wet on there. So this is the watercolour card, which, if anyone's wondering, I did show it at the beginning, but it's a 300 GSM, £140 hot press. I'm not an expert on watercolour card. I just bought this because I thought, yep, there's loads in there. It's A4. I can cut it down and make loads of panels. So I'm thinking if I go a bit blue, and then let's add a bit of, is it going to react with it? It probably isn't, is it? But then I need a bit more over the top, don't I? And I think this might be a failure. Or do I take my brush and look, you just end up brushing it off. Okay, fine. But I'll look at getting the stipple effect. Nah. Well, you know, again, I think once that's dried, someone would say, oh, that's lovely. But it's not doing it for me. Okay, I need to clean this. Just get a bit of a wet wipe. So I am now then just going to see what... Look, what do you think? Colours are nice. I'd probably do something with it, actually. If I get my watercolour card again, I might have to cut some more up. And then this time, I'm just going to... Where's my water? I'm just going to spray some water in there. And then let's just add... And this is what people have told me to do with these. Oh, they say don't tap it too hard. I must be so heavy-handed. Cherry bomb. Ooh. And I'm thinking, well, I'm wondering if you can make your own. Do I want that colour with it? I don't know that I do. Let's try. I mean, I could make my own spray with it. So let me just add a bit more water. And I suppose the more water you add, the more it's going to spread out. So I'm going to let that, well, I'm going to help it dry a little bit. And you know what? These come out so much stronger than when I've been using them with the wow pad, just with a stamp or a stencil. That's really nice, isn't it? It's a bit galaxy. I feel like I'm in the universe. Right, let me put these down somewhere to dry flat. I'm just gonna clean this up because, like I was saying, I'm sure these must turn into sprays. So if I take, what do I want? Oh, do you know what? I'll just tip it in there. Right, I'm definitely going to have to cut up some more. So I've got a little spray bottle here. Just make sure, yeah, it sprays. So this has just got water in. So let me take my favourite. Atlantis Burst. Don't know whether you're meant to put anything else in with it. I'm thinking not. I don't like it when I see people use alcohol in with these powders or any other powders to make a spray, because you really shouldn't spray alcohol. It's not good. Not unless you're wearing a mask or something, because all the little particles come off and it's bad for you. Now, I don't know whether I've used enough. That's obviously a no. There's hardly any colour in that. But then it is quite pale, isn't it? So let me just... You get so much in here, it really don't matter. I've used this one quite a lot. And I've still got so much powder. I bet it's still too pale. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? I should have put something on there to mask it. So, yeah, so you would put a lot more if you wanted it the true colour. But, yeah, you can just make your own as well with these shimmer powders. Here we go. We're getting a bit more. You can just keep building on the colour, I suppose, and just letting it dry, then add a bit more. So you could do layer on layer, a bit like watercolouring, I suppose. So let me just, do you know what I might do? While it's wet, let's just go do little tiny bits. I don't often use lilac. Lilac is not my colour. But do a little, oh, do I want that colour? No, let's do a little bit of water on there. I'm just going to end up with all these backgrounds, aren't I? Okay, that really needs to dry. That's very, very wet. So I'm just going to move these over. Whoops, sorry, dropped the camera again. And I'm just going to cut a bit more card. Okay, so I've just cut a bit of the card. So a bit more of the Nina, this one is. So then this was where I just used the wow card. Now, I'm not going to say this is going to come out perfect because I know this isn't going to come out perfect. But this is the Leafy Twigs by Sizzix. Mr. Holtz, in fact. So if I was to just put this on here, if I put a little bit of tape on there, just to hold that on. Oh, if I'm too... I probably should spray it with Pixie spray. I have got some, it's up the end, but... Right, okay. So let me just see if I can do this. So I've just die cut this, so I'm making my own stencil. Oh. It was all going so well. And then... And I feel like that needs a little bit more red now. Okay. Oh, just stuck my hands in it. Oh, do you know what? Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I've got a blob on there or two. But I'm not too worried about that. But that looks really nice. And that's so inexpensive because I've already got the dye, just cut it out. I can leave that to dry. It will eventually go, I reckon, because it's only the cardstock. It's just a 250 GSM. But for as long as it will stay, I'm going to keep that in the little packaging. And then I've always got my little stencil as such. Okay, so let's just put that there. That can dry. Whoops. In fact, apart from that bit where I went really blobby, it's fairly dry because it wasn't too heavy. So here's the thing. There I was filming away, starting to make some samples, waffling away to myself and you guys. And for some reason I looked up at my camera because it is above my head, and I stood up a bit and had a look. And there was just a thing up there saying, your storage is almost full, and it had stopped videoing after I'd done all this. I'm like, so it's another day, more different clothing on, spot the difference. And yeah, so I've tried to sort out some of my storage. Oh, nightmare. Oh, the trials and tribulations of a YouTube person. Anyway, so let me show you what I've done so far, and then I can do a little bit more. So this was the one, just spritzed, and I also added some of the Nouveau shimmer powder to it. And I actually like how it's finished off. And I do like keeping them as panels when they're like this, these backgrounds. So I've just gone in, I was making myself use this honeybee stamp and die set, the happy throughout all of these. So I've gone in and just die cut the word happy from it, and then with the outline stamp I've gone in and stamped and embossed it in the Wow Silver Superfine, and then I've just done a little birthday, same thing. That's it, card finished. That's that one done. And then with the bit that came out of that, I decided to use it on this panel. So I've stuck that down, and then I've stamped the outline in the VersaFine Onyx Black, and then just put sending lots of happy. I love that, sending lots of happy. And then I realised I loved it because I've done that on another one. But I really like that. And that's just, you know, these are just really quick and simple cards. So that's that one. So I will show you how I achieved those, because it's like you're getting a twofer on that. So I like that. So I'm going to keep that. I'd already stuck, whoops, ran the wrong way, stuck this panel down. And do you remember that was with the, where I'd used the shimmer powder in with a water spray bottle. And then, do you know what? I'm just going to check. That's filming, yeah. I'm so paranoid now. Excuse me. Check. I can't even speak now. That I put this in with the water and then spritzed it, and it did come out really lovely. I think, did I use cherry bomb on there as well? I must have done, because I got this colour in there, or the lilac. Might have been that one, lilac waterfall. I'll find out when I rewatch the video. So I've just stuck that panel down, and then I thought I'll do the happy out of this. So again, I'll get a twofer from that. This one, oh dear, I've dropped it. Hang on. Oh, sorry. Right. Okay, so this one, this was the one that I used. I die cut from the the Tim Holtz die, the leafy twigs. And I was going to just keep it in the packaging and just keep using it as a stencil as such. I knew it wouldn't last long, because obviously it's just cardstock and it will eventually sort of, you know, get worn out as such. But I just thought it was so pretty. And then I just felt like I needed to keep it as is. So I've just stuck it onto a card base. I've stamped the happy inside. I did have a cunning plan of using the end of my paintbrush and then taking some of the spray and dotting inside the happy. But I've got a feeling it's going to spread. I really don't want to ruin it, because I will be sending this to someone. So, yeah, I've got a feeling it might sort of spread out a bit. This is that Nina card. It's not, I think it's probably great for panels. I mean, it'll stand, you know, but it's not as good as the Wow card in the sense of strength as such. So what I did do, though, I done the sending lots of, and then I thought to myself, right, obviously that comes, there it is there, sending lots of, and then I've got my dies here. And I did do what someone said to me to do, and I went in and wrote all the little sayings inside each die to make it easier to find them, because I think the first time I ever used these, I was just searching everywhere. So what I did, I wanted to, although, like I'm waffling now, I feel, I've stamped it on the white, and that's fine. So it's got like its shadow, its outline, its outline in white. Whoops, nearly broke it then. And then I thought to myself, well, I'd like to give it an extra outline in black. So I started doing this, and I thought, oh, okay, that looks nice. Yeah, if I just bring that up, I don't know if you can see that properly. And then I thought to myself, well, actually, if I was to double that and then make it look like I've made it bigger, so it's got top and bottom. Does that make sense? So it looks like it's got an outline in the black. It doesn't quite fit on the edges. Doesn't quite work out like that, but I think I can get away with that. So now I'm giving myself an extra bit. So let me just go ahead and stick that down before I go and lose it at all. So all I did for that, I didn't have any black cardstock with me, so I just took my VersaFine, swiped it, and then, oh, look there. I did try that. I knew I had. I couldn't find it. And look, can you see where I was doing dots? They're sort of spread out on this cardstock, so I weren't happy with that. So yeah, I just swiped it and then die cut a couple. So let me just stick this down. I will go into that other one like I just said, but not as yet. This is why wet glue is good for this, because it gives you a little bit of playtime as such. So there we go. So now I've got like a shadow on top of that one, or underneath that one. So I think I'm just gonna pop that on there, send in lots of. So let me just do a few. I only need, I need two little foam strips. Stick that down, and then it's sending lots of, and then happy. So that's that one finished. I feel like I keep looking up now. Okay, sending lots of, and then happy. Okay, done. Right, so let's go back. Oh, and then this one. Do you remember these ones? I'm saying, do you remember? It was it was a while ago for me, but for you guys, you're seeing it all in one go. This was my favourite, my absolute favourite. I loved this one, and I really don't feel like it needs much more. Let me just put my pin in my glue just in case. Oops, and you got your glasses on. So yeah, you know, just this sentiment is what made me buy this set. Is there's no such thing as too much happy, and I know I've used it on cards before. I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It just makes me smile. It really does. So whoever thought that one up at Honeybee, well done to you, because I just think it's brilliant. So I might just do that on here, and I think I'm going to keep these just really, really simple. So I'll just do it in black. I've got this on some white cardstock. Let me find another pair. Look, there's a bit there. So let me just do it in black, and then I'll die cut it. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but I've missed a little tiny bit off there. And this is why I love stamping in black for sentiments. Because if I do make a boob like that, I can just correct it with a black pen. Okay, let's just put that there. Look, there's no such thing as too much happy. And that just makes me happy. Look at it. It's just lovely. Okay, let's just... Is that too big? Oh, no, get away with that. And a little bit there. So when you think that was such an incredibly quick card to make, because we just sprayed it with colours, then sprayed the inside front bit of the embossing folder, and then run it through. So because it was water reactive, it was, I just love it. I just really, really love it. You got that shimmer coming through as well. It's just beautiful. Anyway, so let's show you. Got to try and remind myself now how I did these, how I got my twofer. So I've already got that on there, so that's going to be that one. This one I'm going to die cut. Oh, I can't remember how I've done it. That's going to be this one, isn't it? So I've got to die cut this. So let me get my happy. Shall I have it? I'll have it in the same position roughly. So if I just put that like so, and I'm just going to die cut this out. Okay. I love how this turned out. Just take that off. Pop that out. Pop those two little bits out if they want to come out. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that is going to go there, but I need to put the outline on there. So let me just pop this back. I'll leave that bit of tape there because it's always handy to have the tape. Right, so if I put this on a folded card base, where is my folded card base? Probably haven't got one. Yes, I have. Make sure you open it to the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. Now, one thing I will say, when you do something like this, just make sure you go into all these little bits. Oops. Or even come off. Because you want those bits to stick as well, otherwise they'll just be flapping around. So go around your actual word that you've cut out and just add a little bit extra. Right. Let's stick this bad boy down. Now, I don't know where, I think I might just do this in black. I don't know actually. Right, so once you've stuck it down, you can take, I don't know, just a piece of tissue or something and just rub over the top, or just flip the whole thing over and give it a good rub, and that helps it adhere to it. So I could do this one. I embossed in silver. Yes, I've just done the outline there in silver. Sorry about that bang if you just heard that. Hubby's home today. We're decorating the bedroom. Obviously, when I say we, I mean he is. Bless him. He's a good one. He's a keeper. So, yeah, I might just do it in black. I think I will. Okay, so let me just put this word back. And I will put this in my Misty, because if I do miss a bit, then at least, oh, I've got my thing around the wrong way. Not that it matters. It don't matter. Okay, and let's, you know what else I could do? Oh, could I? Should I? Oh, I don't know if I'm going to ruin it. I was thinking to myself, if I went ahead and stamped each individual letter in a different colour, that could look nice, couldn't it? But then I feel like I need... Oh, should we try it? Look, do you know what? If I mess it up, I can just... I could actually, if I messed it up, I could just take this and then just offset. Yeah, and then we've got like an eclipse card. But yeah, do you know what? Let's try that, because I've got that in my head now. So I'm going to need to be able... So I need to pop that on there, make sure it's lined up nicely. Oh, get in alignment, come on. Be a good boy. My granddaughter, well, one of my granddaughters, I've got twin granddaughters, they're 2.5. And the other day she went, Nanny, you're a very good boy. I was like, thank you, darling. Bless them. Okay, so I don't want anything here. So let me take, I've got a bit of this, but I think that's probably a bit small. So I'm just going to mask that bit off. And let me just grab some colours. Right, I made my mind up. So, I'm going to go with Uptown first of all. So make sure this hasn't moved. I'm going to ink up my H. Take my little doodah off. I might have to do it a couple of times, and that's fine. Hold it down. Okay, there's a little bit on there. Let me just, so that's that side, isn't it? Let's just stamp it up again. And then take that off and stamp it again. Right. Okay, that's nice and solid. Right, I'm going to need to clean in between each one. So I've got my little spray and my doodah cloth. What's it called? Microfiber cloth. Okay, so now this time I'm going to put my, I don't know if you're in, oh, sorry, I'm shaking all the camera. Oh, do a little bit there. And a little bit on that side. So we've done our uptown. Let me move that out of the way so I don't pick it up again. Then there's something on me, eh? And up there. It's filthy, this. I really should clean my stamps properly. Okay, so let's go Bay Breeze. Oh, I didn't take my doodahs off. That could have been a disaster. Oh, dear. I'm really happy with that. I love that. So if I'd have gone for like these colours, I could have picked out much more bright, vibrant colours. But this is quite masculine. Do you know, I'm sort of getting into the masculine card scene at the moment. I know a man who's retiring soon. So now, when it's things like this, I often think to myself, do you know what? I am actually going to pop that there. If it doesn't come out strong enough on there, then I'll just redo it again on a bit of white card and die cut it out, and then I'll just put it over the top of it. So I will just see if this is going to work. Yeah, I can get away with that. That is absolutely fine. Happy with that. Okay. Right, so from what was a disaster, I'm pulling it back. Pulling it back, guys. See, I like that. It's not that dimensional, so if you're putting it in the post, it's not going to cost loads. But I like that. I feel like it needs something underlying it there, like an arrow or something. Don't know. But anyway, so that was how I did that one, but slightly different. I don't like doing both cards exactly the same, although that one will probably come out exactly the same now. So, and then because I've got this bit from there, I'm then going to put that on here. So, where was my original one? Happy, happy, happy. Oh, there it was. There, that was sending lots of happy, wasn't it? So again, I'm going to do the outline in black on this one. So I'm going to actually stick it to the card first, then put it in here, then line up the happy outline. So if I put, oh, I hope you're happy. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Sorry. I hope you're happy. Oh, you make me happy. I like that. Okay. So because of that, I know I'm going to do the you make me happy be down here, which actually works out nice because I've got a nice bit of pale colour here to do my stamping. So let me just stick this down. You make me happy. Oh, perfect. Right, let me just give that a little clean off. And then I think I might just finish with, I know I've got these ones, but I in all honesty, I don't want the thing to run over for too long. Probably, I feel like saying, wake up. Probably all fallen asleep now. I'm just going to keep these in my little background piles ready for when I need a card in a hurry. So I can just do a happy birthday on there. Boom, done. So I do like the idea of that. So let's have a look what we've got. I might put a few little dots. Oh, see, look. Nice. Nice. Even though they're the same, they look different. I love this one. Absolutely love this one. But I've got to say, just this is just my favourite. And that's my favourite sentiment. So, does it need anything else? I was going to put, where are they? I've got some of Julie's glosses. I do love these. There's Tutti Frutti, Party Mix. I was thinking like something like this one. Does it need? Does it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's just grab a couple. See? Happy birthday. Okay, so I'll get all these photographed. Thanks for your patience, guys. I really do appreciate the fact that you're all here with me on this little journey. If anyone's got any requests, I'm not talking music, I'm not singing, but if you've got any requests and it's something I'm able to do, I know I've been crafting for over 40 years, but there's still stuff I don't know and I can't do, etc. But I'll always give something a go. So let me know in comments. I have had a couple of people ask things and I do try and remember, but I am going to get myself a little book and write down things that people are asking for and do that. So it helps me and it helps you because sometimes I just run out of ideas. So yeah, thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Bye.